Right, hi. Alright, so we've done the first stage in a sense, you know. If each section is going to be in 3 stages, and there's 4 sections, so we've done the first section, so we're a 12th of the way in. Okay, so it just occurred to me that I've been getting some interesting ideas off Michael Tsarian videos that the guy John Doe Backwards, I think, is being adding to his playlist and stuff. Or maybe someone else as well, but yeah, free your mind from 7 or something. Anyway, he's made some really good points. One of the things that it brought to my mind was with this going down to the earth process, like from yesterday's lesson, and then following on today, but especially for yesterday, going into the underworld and stuff. There's 2 sides to this. There's an element of, on the physical plane, on the material stuff, of as I was saying, like being like in hell and being isolated and being like so materialistic that you just don't feel connected to anything, and and being surrounded by materialism, and that's kind of what the Matrix is about, you know. So that's like the harsh reality of and the worst aspects of that physical stuff. On the other hand, there's another aspect to the individuality and being alone and isolated in a sense, which is very positive, and that is the fact that you are a unique person, you know. Now, so the Matrix wants you to be on the wrong side of this. It wants you to feel isolated and alone, but just like everybody else, right? And not unique and not individual. Whereas really what you want to be is in touch with things, not feeling alone, feeling completely in connected with everything, and being a complete total individual, you know. It kind of still in the same place, but it's a completely opposite perspective. Okay, and this is more to do with like being like integrated, individuated. So there's this side about being of the individual, that there's a negative side that can be like being on your own, and there's another side where you're a completely unique individual and you're fully integrated into society and in the world and stuff. And so then you've got control. You know, you can't be manipulated and stuff like that. So it can sound almost like the same thing, but it's completely different. Okay, so that's that. Right. Okay, so I said today would be an easier day, a bit of a fun day. So, because we're going on to the water aspect of the Earth sphere, think what I just come to mind. The obvious thing to do is ley lines, underground water courses, right? And what have we got here? Dowsing rods, right? You can make dowsing rods, they're ever so easy to make. And then I just thought it was an idea. I mean, if you want, try dowsing. Go out and see if you can do a bit of dowsing, see if you can find some water courses, you know, just have a little practice, you know, see what happens. It's pretty straightforward. You know, you just hold these rods, and then when they start twitching by themselves, I mean, you get all different types of dowsing rods, you know, you get, these are just as one type, you know. Yeah, so I thought it'd be a good idea to go out, do a bit of dowsing, because then you're getting in, you're connecting, right, on a really deep spiritual level and a physical level to the water aspect of the physical sphere. It's dead simple. You know, I just thought that. I mean, if you can think of other ways that you can do this, you can connect with the mental aspect. Go involved, start thinking along the lines of synchronicity, how everything's connected, how, you know, sometimes when the phone rings, you know who it's going to be and stuff. So you've got all this psychic link going on. Now, the Matrix will use that link to keep you trapped, but you can also use that link to make yourself free. So it's the same kind of thing, you know, but it can be used in different ways. So there's a positive and a negative aspect to basically all of these things. And the point of these videos is that we're going to learn to try and get on the positive side rather than the negative side. For our maximum benefit, you know. And there's some other stuff that's been, you know, while I'm on an update mode, other stuff about, you know, like Michael Tsarian, it just made me think about this, you know, about building up power, you know, and it's like it's not allowed. And the most free person, the most enlightened person, does not have any power, you know, and stuff like that. And I'll try and find it and leave another link in maybe one of the next videos about this. But there's another side to this where, you know, to me, I'm talking about personal power. You know, I'm not really talking about power in the world to influence people as such, although that might be a part of it. When you do individuate and become a powerful person in your own right for yourself, that will teach people by example. It'll make an example for people. It's not going to directly. It's not going to be like you're going to get power and you'll be able to tell other people what to do. That kind of power. I'm talking about the power of you being like an individuated, powerful individual who nobody can boss around. You know, that's the sort of power I'm talking about. You know, and so yeah, what Michael Syrien said about gaining all this power, in a sense, is true. I believe, and I've always practiced this belief, as far as I'm concerned, as much as possible. The only way I'm able to keep my power is by not using it. You know, really, if I start, well, I do use it to a certain extent, very occasionally, but generally speaking, they're in ways that I'm not trying to benefit my life. I'm not trying to do it to make my life better in an obvious way that's going to be, you know, that's going to, for example, cost other people. So I'm not trying to use power to gain personal gain at anyone else's expense. That's, to me, that's a recipe for losing all your power. So we definitely don't do that. When we gain personal power, it's about making your life better, but not at anyone else's expense. Unless they've already been, like, you know, causing you real problems and they deserve to have some sort of retribution. Yeah, I think I've covered quite a lot of ground in this update, and I think I'm going to get to the end of this now.